Guys, it's freaking December. That's crazy. I've lost my whole year. Don't know who I am, what I've done. Nothing is the answer. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to talk to you about my December TBR. I am so close to hitting my 2025 reading goal. This will be the most books I've ever read in a year. It's a personal goal. I might tell you at the end of the month, but I have been very proud of myself for just staying consistent. My goal was like 1 book a week, 4 or 5 a month, and I've stuck to that. So I'm very happy. But I have to finish strong. I've got 7 books left to read to hit that goal. So let's talk about the spooky books that I've chosen for December. Starting off with what I'm currently reading, which is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I haven't had the best track record with Riley Sager's books. They're a hit and miss for me, but this one's sounded the most up my alley. I am enjoying it so far. I'm hopeful it's going to be good. It better be. It's okay if it's not. It's okay. Not every author is going to be for me. An older woman who 50 years ago was accused of allegedly murdering her whole family. It has had strokes and is now in her 70s and is in need of a carer. Along comes our main female character who has a troublesome past that we're kind of figuring out as well, and that is about all I need to know. I like to go in relatively blind, and so I don't want to know much more than that about this book, but I will hopefully finish this one this week. Then, because I like to add a little novella in this time of year because they feel really achievable amongst all the other books, I have chosen The Night Guest because I love this cover. I didn't know much about it. It was pink horror, so I picked it up, you know. This is following a woman who has chronic fatigue. She doesn't know why. She's in doctor's offices all the time trying to figure out. No one knows what's going on with her. Her friends are like, eat better, sleep more, you know. And so one night she's determined to figure out what happens. She falls asleep with a watch on to track herself. And the next morning she wakes up and she did 40,000 steps. And so she's trying to figure out what the hell she's been up to, what's going on when she's asleep, and what is making her so tired. So again, look how tiny this is. I'm going to smash that one out, I reckon, this month. This one, because it sounds very fun and very engaging. It's called Can You Solve the Murder? And this is literally a choose your own adventure murder mystery. Oh, I've never done one of these. Become the detective in a choose your own story murder mystery. I am so for it. I'm not even going to read the synopsis because that's all you need to know, because who does that? Anthony Johnston is who does it. So I found this one when my husband and I were on holiday a month or so ago in Sydney. And so, yes, I thought that would be a really fun one for the festive period because it'd be a good time, you know, something with a bit of an activity involved. You arrive at Elysium, a wellness retreat in an English country manor, to investigate a murder. You find the body of a local businessman on the lawn with a rose placed in his mouth. Yes. When you examine the body, you learn that he fell to his death from the balcony above, but that balcony can only be accessed through a locked door, and the key is missing. Everyone's a suspect. Who will you interview first? Be careful what you choose, because every decision you make has consequences, and some of them will prove fatal. Sign me the fuck up. I'm so ready. One other one that I have to read, because I've been putting it off all year. I started it back in January or February, and that is 11/22/63 by Stephen King. I am determined to finish that before New Year's Eve. That's my goal. I was really enjoying it. I'm a couple of 100 pages in, so I've only got 400 or so to go. And it's just one of those books that feels like an achievement, and I'm very excited to finish it. So I'm holding myself accountable with you guys right here. Next up are a couple of my festive reads. On Kindle Unlimited, I'm going to be reading Happy Bloody Christmas by Joe Middleton. Anna's Christmas Eve to-do list. 1, wrap the kids' presents. 2, peel the potatoes. 3, get rid of the dead body. She's hungover, exhausted after their party, and there's a body. So that sounds fun. I've heard that it's like very English humour, British humour, and that's me through and through. So Happy Bloody Christmas sounds pretty good to me. And my last 2 I've got here, I have The 8 Reindeer of the Apocalypse by Tom Holt. This one I've had for at least a year on my bookshelf, so I thought this is the year I'm actually going to read it. The decision to recruit a certain bearded fellow whose previous work experience mainly involves reindeer and jingle bells. It might have seemed like a good idea at the time, but is he really the best person to save the world from the destroyer who has literally gone ballistic? This sounds so cheesy and camp and fun, not taking itself too seriously, and just what I need, I feel like, to end the year off with a bit of a laugh. You know what I mean? And one that I bought just the other day is Murder at Mistletoe Manor. 'Tis the season for murder. A really pretty cover too. Very pretty. Manor Hotel, all these guests, strangers are all there. It's snowing, blizzard's coming. And then the next morning, they wake up and there's a body. One of the guests is dead. Everyone's a suspect. The place goes into lockdown, and that, say less, basically. Sign me up for that. I'm keen. And it's at a Christmas. 12 strangers becomes 11 suspects. Love that. So I'm very excited. I hope I can get through most of these. It's a pretty ambitious TBR for me personally, but I'm determined to hit my personal reading goal for the year. And I'll be taking you along for some fun things this month too. My husband and I want to do like a 24-hour readathon over the Christmas New Year break together. So you'll definitely be seeing more of me around then. So hopefully I definitely should be able to finish these and maybe add a few more. I am a mood reader through and through. So I'm trying out the TBR, but so hopefully this holds me accountable, because I would love to come back the start of next month and tell you that I finished every single one of these books that I chose for December. They all sound super fun. If you've got any other like Christmas themed horror specifically, because thrillers I could find, but it was horror that was a little trickier for me to find, then please let me know. I'm always looking to add more, or even anything set over the new year. That would be really cool. Anyway, that is my December TBR planned. I hope you are having an amazing start to your month. I would love to know what you're reading. And if you love spooky books and talking all things horror, then please stick around for more. I've got lots of things coming for you, bigger plans in 2026, and I'd love you to stick around. I will see you in the next video. Bye!